All right. How we doing, huh? How in the hell is everybody doing on this fine Saturday night? Let me unmute this. I think we're good here. All right. How we doing? Hey, Bob, last minute lineup change. Bob is playing forward. Colin, how we doing? The intro into the recap should be a tank rolling across the street. Man, it is crazy today. This is good, though. This is good. Yeah, no Bennett, no Swaggy. I think we'll mix Skog and Swaggy and call him Squaggy. Yeah, something like that. Oh boy. How is everybody doing? Yeah, the Lightning won. The Capitals beat the Penguins, so they're real close to that third seed. I hope the Flyers don't screw it up. GP, I think we get number 9. I think we clinch number 9 with the Devils win. But we can clinch it, I think, if we lose a regulation. San Jose gets 2 points, and I think it's Winnipeg getting 1 point. I think that clinches a top 10 spot. I think. All right. Yeah, we're in the top 10 now, but in terms of being guaranteed to finish, remember, the pick is top 10 protected after the lottery. So if we finish at 9th and don't win the first or second pick, then we slip to 11th and Chicago gets the pick. So we need to finish the season at no better than 8th to be guaranteed, because you can only fall back 2 spots. So if we finish at 8th, we're guaranteed to at least have the 10th pick, and you know the rest of the story. Just texted with my dad here real quick. Okay. We're 7th right now. Right, we're 7th. Okay. All right, so the game is next. That's good. Did the Blues and Kraken win? Where are we? Hold on a second. The Blues are beating the Blackhawks right now 4-2. 15 left in the third period. And the Kraken on my ass don't play until they play the Flames at 7. So that game will be at the same time as ours. So the Wings and Devils are tied now. The Oilers are losing to the Oilers lost to the Kings. Ooh. There's some interesting things happening in some of the standings. The Oilers are in 90. God, they wouldn't even be in the freaking playoffs in the East. So right now it would be Oilers Kings, 87, 90. Yeah. The Kings look like they might do it. Dang it. Nobody wants Oilers Kings again. Not again. All right. So the hope is that this is just fun. That's the hope. Okay. Just 10-9. We as long as we lose, it's fine. Feel bad for Tarasov. Hey, Daniel Barry, how you doing, bud? Feel bad for Tarasov because thank you, Colin. Hey, all right. Come on, it's 7:10 already. Why is this game not started? All right. Okay. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate that. I don't think we can get to 2 or 3. So, well, I mean, technically we could, but um, we're not going to finish worse than Vancouver, Calgary for sure. The Blackhawks, pretty much for sure. And probably not the Rangers. I think the best we can get is to 5. Maybe if the Rangers did something stupid, we could get to 4. But it starts with losing this game, too. Geez, they're still just getting ready to do the anthems. Okay. Yeah, if the Flames were to win out, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Right, Silva? Right? Good point, hot dog. Let's see how the DJ does today. Colin. Seems about right. What you got over there, Lele? Huh? What you got? You're a cooker. Does he ever have any assists? Yeah. Not with us. Yeah, 3-2 wings. Not over yet. It's pretty late in the third, though. Damn it, Detroit. Yeah, an all-sure goal would be nice. I think we've got, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 guys out there that could need their first NHL goal, maybe more than that. All right, finally, what do we got? 7-14? That's not too bad. Oh, I see. This is a national game. It's not. I just realized it's not Billy and Randy. All right, and Toronto's got a lot of their regulars in, so hopefully they put us to sleep nice and early. Bornfoot Jensen. Sounds like one name, Bornfoot Jensen. Samo, who's in? Oh boy, oh my gosh! And he scored already! Are you kidding me? Get those bastards off the ice. What are we doing? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Samuel takes the shot. Rebound goes right to Luosterainen, and it's in the net. That is unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, really, right? Good girl, A. Oh, hey, Ryan. It's okay, baby. That was Daddy. It's okay. Why not win this game 9-1? I mean, that is just embarrassing. There's a shot from Nosik. Ugh. Yep, Ryan. Tonight's it. And the last two are at home. Hey, Mr. Stinky's here. Mr. Stinky. Everybody say hi, Mr. Stinky. Boy, Toronto looks like bad. I think we might win this game. And we iced it. They iced it. Exactly, hot dog. Yeah. Exactly, David. Jeez, what a bad giveaway from Toronto. Here we come again. Greer. Oh, shot over the net by Greer. Boy, Toronto looks awful. Like they're just standing around. They're not even, at least our guys are attempting to play hockey. Imagine paying to go to this game. The Devils tied it up. Come on, New Jersey. Yeah, even the announcers are making mention that Toronto's got to pick up the intensity a little bit. Here we go. Greer. Oh, knocked his mask off. They sound like they call in the game from the bunker of the arena. Now look at this, Mr. and Mrs. Stinky. Yeah, Toronto's not even trying. Look at this. Stink bug porn. This one's been chasing this one all day. They're trying to make babies on my mic. Yeah, out tanking them is going to be more difficult than beating them in game 7. Gregor, Foot, we're going to win this game. Oh, Domi in, and Tarasov makes the save. All right, 15 minutes up to just the 2 shots for us, 1 goal, 1 shot for Toronto. They look absolutely, to say they look lethargic is an understatement. Oh, so we're going to, wait, are they saying it's in? No, 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 no. What are we doing? Where's the puck? Oh, yeah, that's in. You got to be kidding me. Challenge. Right? Yeah, they're I don't know how you wave that off. I don't even want the goal. I think that's going to be a good goal. Yeah, so winning the last three is possible. Yeah, Craig. Oh boy. And we're going on the power play. 4-3 Devils. All right. Good job. Yeah, Brad helping the Panthers tank, right? All right, so who's on the power play? Let's see. Hey, Austin. Kyle will be back on Monday. He's on a little trip with his mom. Boquist. To Samaskevich, to Luosterainen. Toronto is desperately trying to get the kill, and they're going to get a clear. Yeah, it's been a long season. He needed the break, that's for sure. Oh, wait. I mean, yay. We didn't score. I'm so confused. Boy, that would have gone in. We just got everybody and their brother out there in the power play. Oh, we got a 2-on-1 the wrong way. Good. Tarasov makes the save. Unbelievable. Just F and lose, right? I think last year's team, Austin. I think last year's team was just by the experience alone. But with Marchand and Jones, yeah, the fill-in guys are in audition mode. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Carlo, it's bad. Oof. All right, there's another save. Yeah, last year's team. I think last year's team beats the first cup team for sure. Just from Marchand and Jones alone, that difference. I mean, Marchand was playing insane. Yeah, exactly, Nano. The trade deadline was way more impactful. And we paid for it, but getting a second cup, whatever the payment is, it's worth it. That's how it works. What the hell? There's a stink bug flying around. I don't know if he just flew on top of me or not. They've been bad this year. Oh, here he is. What are you doing? Huh? Get on the mic where you belong. Get off of me and get on the mic. You idiot. Come on. All right, there you go. Out here in the middle of the country, there's nothing you can do about them. For about 3 or 4 days out of the year, it's they're just everywhere. As soon as you open up the door to go outside, they're like, "Let me in." Hey, Nano, Kyle's on. He's on vacation. He's just on a little trip with his mom. He'll be back Monday. I'm letting him get some off time before the playoffs. I'm a slave driver, so he'll be back Monday. Dangle is wearing a weird childish hat on his stream at the moment. He's already losing it. I bet he is. Oh yeah, Austin. We're gonna be working plenty. Yeah, I saw that, Hungary. I saw that. I'm putting the stream on. Yeah, Austin, stress free. Exactly. Very, very, very much easier. Who do I want to win the cup versus who do I think will win? I wouldn't. I mean, since we're out, I mean, I wouldn't be against Crosby getting it. I think that'd be kind of cool, right? But I think probably Colorado wins in the end, unless I don't know about Tampa. I'm not so sure. I trust them. That's funny, burned oil. Jeez. I mean, this is awful. Toronto is just this is unbelievably awful. Hey, Trey. Yeah, the interim cup. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate you. I mean, the shots are only 4-4. Yeah, right. No, thank you. Oh well, it's gonna be one of those nights. No, it's Dana. It's Sportsnet. It's not Randy and Goldie, but yeah, they sound real muffled, right? The NHL. Trent says. Trey says interim jokes aside, you know, it's absolutely what the NHL wants for a West team to win, and then next year both teams make for an undisputed cup. Interesting. Wild versus Sabres, Austin. Hmm. Hey, David. When we fall ahead early like this, Bob, right? Yeah, no joke. All right, so we still got 9 minutes left in this period. Good grief. I think so, Bex. Colin, that's about where I kind of agree with you. Kind of agree with that. Montreal could be a problem. Bex, it's bad. The it's bad. The Leafs are not even trying. Like they're really not even trying. Yeah, they bought into the losing. Yeah. I think TK, I think Montreal is gonna I kind of feel like they should at least win a round. I mean, Toronto is just playing out the string here minute by minute. They're going to have to tear this whole thing down. At least our guys are still playing hard, you know? Whether we like it or not, they're still playing hard. Oh, good play by Benning. Oh no, almost 3-0. Bex, yeah, you'd figure they would try at home, but it's dead quiet in there. It's totally dead quiet. Yeah, I mean, and they're playing their players, Toronto is. Like, it's embarrassing as hell to be playing like they're not even playing like professionals at this point. It was Timu Reinhardt. Timu. So it was Luosterainen and Timu. Just sit them. Yeah, you sit for Hagee and Bennett trying to, get me to a barbecue. Oh, no, Bex, none at all. It's almost like they just gave him a week off and maybe she's not his due. I don't know. I don't know. They may have just let him go home to spend the last 4 or 5 days before she was due. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully everything's okay. Or they could have had the baby and just been real quiet about it. I mean, they might have wanted the first few days to themselves. Still 5:47 left. Hey, True. How you doing, bud? How we doing, buddy? We're grinding it out. That's what's happening here. We're grinding this one out. Yeah, it's the last road game. That's it. Oh, Gregor almost. Good. The Flyers are beating Winnipeg 3-1. We need the Flyers to win so that it's still Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. It is important for the health of the league that it stay Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Bex on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're having a 10th anniversary stream. I've got a whole bunch of guests line up and giveaways and all sorts of stuff. It's kind of, it starts at 4. Starts at 4. Thank you for asking. Yeah, 4 o'clock. Geez, True, you can't catch a break, man. Gotcha, Bex. Well, we're gonna be there all the way till game time. Starts at 4 and it's gonna go all the way. Oh, somebody just fell down. Oh yeah, you can't have that, Nick. Bex. Oh boy, oh boy. It was free corn pop night at Scotiabank. Ooh, or popcorn. What did I say? Corn pop? Popcorn. Your job is actually laid back. You left early to see opening night. Very cool. Well, as the evening progresses, the guests are going to get more exciting. We'll put it that way. Yeah, Corn Pop's a bad dude. Corn Pop. I don't believe that. I just read it backwards. This is a long first period. Good grief. Is Great White going to make an appearance and show us that he's actually Paul? Don't know. I haven't seen Great White in a couple of days. I have to ask him. Gotcha, David. Well, I wanted to start it early enough because I wanted to be able to. I have a specific number of guests I'd like to have on, so I wanted to save space. Exactly true. Yep. Oh, well, that shot was deflected. Yeah, hope so, Nick. Longing for the 90s Dolphins? Oh, boy. Ugh. I mean, they were better than what we'll get. They're better than what we have now, but it's still the same disappointment at the end. Oh boy, Schwint just took a hell of a hit. Toronto is starting to play a little bit better now. Here we go. 32. Is that Skoog? Yeah, 32 is Skoog. Okay. Bolquist. Oh, jeez, big stop by Waller. It would have been 3-0. Yeah, David. Um, it's just with her job. Oh, jeez, we're gonna make it 3-0 here, guys. I mean, we are just all over them. Right, Silva? Take your pick, Bex, because Bennett and Verhage are out. All right, last minute of the period, thankfully. Come on, let's go. No, they didn't break, Bex. I think the idea was we were just going to not play them to help us tank. And it's 4, I believe, is Alsher. I believe 4 is Alsher. Okay. What do I do? Not have my shoes in here? I guess not. So we still got 5 seconds left. So we probably will at some point, Bex. So during the intermission, JC couldn't make it. So I've got a special video lined up for each intermission. And it's perfect for the occasion. It's perfect for the occasion. Four is Alsher. Okay. All right, let me mute this. Okay. Let me see how long this first one is. So that's just about 14 minutes. So, okay. All right. So I'm getting ready to share this. And enjoy your first period intermission. Some of you will know exactly what this is, and it might take a few of you a couple of minutes to figure it out. Good times. Good times.
We are going to overtime.
Well, okay. It's going to be like this. They're trying to kill me. They're definitely trying to kill me. I'll keep this segment short. There's only so long you could try to hold on to a 1-goal lead, for crying out loud. Too many times positive energy. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that hurt. Yes! Eastern Conference Finals. Yes! Just keep smacking that hand. Ah! Nick Cousins. If you had Nick Cousins with the overtime winning goal and the goalie being screamed by Radko Gudas, you are the true Nostradamus, or whatever your first name is, combined with, forget, if you had that, if you called that, send me the lotto numbers. Holy hell in a handbasket. Chance after chance after chance after chance. I'm going to say the same thing I said to Stu now at the end of this stream. I am happy as a clam to be rid of Joseph Woll, because that kid was fixing to go on a run. Yeah, holy crap. So let me just get that part out of the way. Leaf fans, good series, man. That was the closest 5-game series of all time, in my opinion. I mean, two of them go to overtime. They basically were all 1-goal games. I know game 1 was a 2-goal game, but let's be honest. It was just as close as the rest of them. You couldn't have played a tougher series. Your backup goaltender comes in playing his ass off. And, look, don't be all super hard on Matthews and Marner and those guys. Did Barkov get a goal in this series? I think he got one. Kachuk didn't get a goal in this series. There was 2 goals or 3 goals scored every game. Nobody was scoring. Both teams were just nauseatingly focused on defense. And that's not really a complaint. That's just what they were focused on. If you watched the end of that third period, or the whole third period, the Panthers would enter the offensive zone. But if it even looked like a little bit like it wasn't going to go right, I was seeing like Bennett and Kachuk just start backing off to play defense. So the slate is clean, Panther fans, in terms of, who was scoring, who's not scoring, and how it's going to look against Carolina. We'll get into that. But for now, Florida Panthers, first time since 1996, none of my kids were even born yet, and we are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh, we're halfway there. We are halfway there. All right? Toronto's got nothing to be ashamed of. Like I said, I know it was only 5 games. I'm happy it was only 5 games because, good God, I mean, I thought for a while we were going to be sitting here talking about 2 overtimes and 3 overtimes, and I was genuinely starting to get concerned. Like, if we go 3 overtimes tonight and 2 overtimes game 6, even if we win this series, it's like we're going to have any gas left in the tank for Carolina, right? Either team. At this point, Carolina's sitting at home. If this would have gone 7 and they all go overtime, whoever limps into Carolina is going to just be a dead fish, dead in the water. So absolutely had to have this one tonight. And look, I know Toronto fans are going to be disappointed about the goal. I don't know what to say in terms of I'm a fan of the team that won. I know I can't imagine how that feels on your end. But as far as I could see, the puck was on the line with his skate. He's frozen. The play is dead, and then Bob moves, and that's when the puck goes in. Now, I'm not going to argue that part. If you think the puck went in before that, I will listen if you have some kind of video evidence of that, okay? But in terms of what they were showing where he had the puck on the line with his skate and then he's frozen, that's it. The play was over at that moment. Then he moves and the puck goes in. That's not a goal. It had to go in before that. So unless you think it went in before that, hopefully we can be respectful and hopefully Toronto fans, and you got the goal anyway. You had it tied and went to overtime anyway. So, but I get it. Look, we hung on to Trocheck was tripped for how long, okay? Right? That had nothing to do with the fact that we couldn't stop John Tavares ever, right? It was still Trocheck got tripped. So I get it. I do understand. In terms of what we saw out on the ice tonight, I will say this, Panther fans. Take everything you saw in this series, wad it up into a nice ball, throw it in the trash can in terms of what you think we're going to see in Carolina. Different teams, different style. It might be less goals. We might need to win games 2-1. Okay. Now, one thing I will say, and this is not a knock on anybody with Carolina because I know they got good goaltending, but this kid, Joseph Wall, was fixing to go on a run, okay? If Toronto wins this series, I think they win the cup. That's what I think. I think if Toronto wins this series, they would have won the cup. And that's legit. I'm not just blowing smoke. Toronto just ran into a team in the Panthers that's just peaking at the right exact time. And who would have thought? Nick Cousins. And with the beauty of it, the beauty, and this is beautiful for me, even though it's right in my face. What have I been complaining about? I've been complaining about that toe drag where you're sliding into position, taking too long, right, to take the shot, and then the shot getting blocked. And that's exactly what Nick Cousins did. But Radko Gudas causing a ruckus in front of the net, like he always does, right? Only this time it was in the offensive zone. He was on the wrong end of it. I can't believe it. Of all the chances, Verhaeghe had chances, Barkov had chances, Chuck had chances. All of the guys had chances, and Nick Cousins speeds down and beats and wins. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. So, I got to give out a couple of things here. First of all, Eggblad. Okay, for those of you who are new to the channel, whenever I talk to text, and Stu and I talk to text, and we're talking about Aaron Eggblad, both of our phones say eggplant. We can't get the phone to say Eggblad. So now it's become a thing to the point where I stumble over his name and call him Eggplant. It's not. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. It just comes out that way. The dude had his best game in a long time. He absolutely killed it out there on the ice tonight. I couldn't be happier with his play. Okay, there were some issues. There were some rough spots there. Face-offs still not great. Okay, I know some people, myself included, were kind of wondering where's that vicious forecheck. As the series goes on, you're starting that forecheck to really set the tone, but you can't play 4, 5, 6, 7 games of 60 minutes of forecheck. Nobody has that kind of energy. Almost held on in the third period. Didn't do it. But now the most important thing is that these Western Conference series go 7 games. That's the most important thing, so that Panthers can rest their legs a little bit I think that's what you're seeing with Kachuk a little bit right now. Especially if you look at game 1 and game 2, a lot of ice time. A lot of ice time for Kachuk. I have a sneaking suspicion that he's not hurt. He's just a little gassed. That's my guess. I was watching him skate away from the puck. Definitely not his normal batshit crazy speed. So what's it today? Today is Friday. We're at least going to get 4 or 5 days off. I think the earliest the next series would start would maybe be Thursday, if not next Friday. So it works out because we're basically going to get the same amount of rest as Carolina. So the whole rust thing after a layoff, they'll be rusty, we'll be rusty. So you could look for a 4 overtime 0-0 game in that one. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I will just say this one thing about Canes, Panthers, goaltending. That's going to be a series about the goaltending. So Bubba, get some rest, do some yoga, get a massage. Did you see Bob? By the way, did you see Bob when they were doing the review? I love it, man. The place is going crazy. Everybody's just all over the place, not knowing what's going on. And Bob is just standing there in his mat. And he's just standing there. He's got his eyes closed. And he is just somewhere else. He is just totally pieced out. And he was somewhere else. So that he could stay focused and keep his mind in the game regardless of what happened. All right. So we had over 200 people in the stream. Guys are just throwing money at us left and right. I can't thank you all enough. Seriously. Just absolutely blown away by your all's generosity. Now, in terms of what's going to go on now, I am most assuredly, probably, most likely going to take, well, it depends. I was going to say I'm going to take the weekend off. Kyle needs a couple of nights off from the streams, as much as I would love to stream some Western Conference stuff. So that's TBD. That's to be determined. If I can sucker him into realizing we'll have a few days off after those playoffs are done, we might still be back this weekend with some more content. Stu and I will be back in the morning. We're going to get all of the guys. We're going to get Billy. We're going to get Randy. I'll drag somebody else kicking and screaming on the show. We're going to have a lot of content in preparation for the Eastern Conference Finals and the West Conference Finals too. Now, once those comes, we will be covering both series in full, even if it means we got to stay up really, really late. That's what we're going to do. All right, Florida Panther fans, savor it. Savor this, okay? Kyle's 24. He was not alive the last time we made it this far, all right? I mean, 18 of the kids that were on the ice tonight for the Panthers weren't even born yet either. The last time the Panthers won a second-round series. All right? Savor this one. And positive energy all the way. Yeah, the Canes are going to be a beast. They are going to be a beast. All right? There's no doubt about that. We'll worry about that in a few days. Everybody enjoy this. Take the weekend. Soak it in. Watch all of the content. Not just mine, but everybody I know wants to see Steve Dangle meltdown and all of the things. Enjoy your weekend doing that. And then, at some point next week, we'll be right back at it. We're going to fill up as much content as we can. But enjoy it. Just I'm going to save it. But some of you know what I'm thinking. But I am not going to go there. Not going there. I see you in the morning with Stu.
All right. Okay. All right. We are just about ready for puck drop. This will be the epic. This will be remembered as the epic Toronto Maple Leaf comeback that blew their draft pick. They are going to show up in the second period and get 5 goals. And then they will hang on for dear life 5-4. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Exactly. Just like Winnie the Pooh. Let's fix this banner up. What are you doing to me now? You idiot. Huh? Well, what you do? Stink bugs. All right. What are we looking at? Second period here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, there we go. Okay, come on now. Come on, hockey. Let's go. Huh? We're ready. We're ready and waiting for you, hockey. What are we doing? Oh, I see. Okay. We'll be right back. All right. Kyle is he's on vacation. He'll be back Monday. Took a little vacation with his mother for a few days. So let him have some off time before the playoffs. Because during the playoffs, we shall be working. All right. Leave your score predictions in the chat. Leave your final score predictions in the chat. Miami's got 4-2 Leafs. I like it. The power of positive thinking. Hungry says the way it's going, it'll end 5-0. Colin says, why not 6-1 Cats? My heart agrees with Miami sports. My head agrees with Colin. I don't think any of us would have ever imagined that we'd be sitting here April 11th on a Saturday night, not really giving a shit about the result between the Panthers and the Leafs because it doesn't matter. Now, maybe we would have thought it doesn't matter because one of us has already won the division, the other one has already clinched second place. Like, maybe we would have thought it wasn't going to matter from that regard. But this, nobody could have saw this coming. Oh, boy, that was almost the first goal of the game. Oh, interesting perspective, True. I think there's a part to it where we can only call up so many AHL guys unless they're actually injured. But I understand what you're saying. Hey, Lilia. Here's another save. And here we come down the ice. One of these kids is going to get their first goal tonight. Like there's so many damn rookies on the ice. So one of them's got to get their first goal. Oh no! Oh, Benning so close. No, that was Boquist. If that was Benning, he would have scored. Hunger says he stopped that with the knob. The Leafs are not scoring tonight. Oh my God. No six scored. Oh. Are you kidding me? God, that was an awful goal. Yeah, Hungry. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, now for a scoop goal, right? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Well, oh. Well, any chance of a Leafs comeback, I think, just ended. That was a brutal goal. Hey, Ryan. First NHL assist for Alsher. That's good stuff. Oh, Forsling, don't hurt yourself. Samo, Greer. Jeez. Oh, what a bad turnover. Greer. Oh, Luosterainen almost scored. Oh, my God, Toronto's so bad. They definitely can out-tank us. They did not say that. No, I understand, Sir Michael. I get it. It's just something, it's a sight to see. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Burn. The Jackets are beating the Canadians 3-1. Yikes. Oh, that was deflected in front. Here we go. Boy, we are just moving on the rush tonight. Even if we don't make the plays, here comes Gregor. Oh, so it's not good. So now you could pretty much be guaranteed that we're going to finish ahead of Toronto. They have come in and made sure of that. Boy, these announcers really sound like they're in a tunnel. Here comes Skoog. Nope. Schwink gets it back. Boquist. Just completely, Toronto is just getting outworked at every turn. That was actually on goal. Yeah, you're not wrong, Shines. Yeah, we need to finish before the lottery. We need to finish at 8 or worse. Oh, to guarantee a top 10 pick. Broadcasted for the porta potty, right? If the Flames win, that would keep up the Leafs since the Kraken would be at 5. Gotcha. No, Melissa. Well, they've got a couple, but mainly they're playing most of their guys. They're just quite literally not caring about this game. Like they're not even trying. It's awful. But understandable. Like we are just getting extended zone time. Samo. Sent wide. They can't clear. It's like we're on a power play, but we're not. Nice move by Benning. Forsling dumps it back around. Samo again. Over to Benning. Here we go. Samo shot. Save, rebound, and finally it's cleared. Hinostroza, that almost happened. Cut him with the shot. He misses. Toronto trying to get back into the zone. Played well by Sabrango. Puck is stuck in the corner with Alsher. Gets worked free. Toronto loses it in front, and the Panthers are going to clear. Dump it in from center ice, and let's go chase. Wall plays the puck, and a quick out for Toronto, but Florida takes it back. Now Toronto dumps it back in. Here comes Boquist. Behind the net. Skog back to Boquist. Toronto working in front. Has the puck taken away. And Toronto clears again. Mackey has not scored. No, I think he has an assist, though. The first goal, he took a shot and loosed the right and got to the rebound and put it in. Real early, too, like 20, 30 seconds into the game or something. Gotcha, Colin. Okay. .947 left. Sabrango gets to the draw. Nosek holding it in, and we're getting extended zone time again. This is wild. Oh, what? Oh, come on. They're going to call that? Oh, it was a high stick. Must have been a high stick. Right, Colin. No, I think you're correct there. Do I think Tarasov will get the shutout? Probably not. They'll probably get some greasy one at some point off of Forsling's skate. Forsling's been good for a number of goals off of him, his body this year. Yeah, Skog has some skill too. They all, like we haven't brought anybody up that really, looks terrible. Susie, which new young players? Well, I mean, I definitely like Vilmanis. Benning has potential. There's a decision to be made there for sure. Off the Gus butt. Trying to think about the other guys. I'd like to keep Schwint too. But you only have room for so many young guys on the team that's supposed to be competing for a cup, right? In terms of the rest of the defensemen, they've been decent. None of them are doing anything that makes you go, "Oh God," except when Benning gets squished, but that's not his fault. It's not your fault, Benning. We're not going to blow it real. We're okay. But I don't think we're losing this game. Yeah, Schwitt and Vilnius. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point, Craig. Yeah. It's a good point. All right, so Toronto's on their first power play of the game. Save. Nice save. Another rebound. Uh-oh. There it is. Yep. There it is. You could see that coming. You could see that coming. All right. What happened to Toronto this year? They peaked. My theory about Toronto since the beginning of the season was that they knew that they peaked against Florida when they had us down 2-0. I think they knew that as a group they peaked because this season they never really played like they believed at all. So I think from the get-go, especially after losing Marner, I just never saw a team that even believed in themselves at all. No set plays. She just wants the young players to go out and showcase their skills. Smart move, yeah. All right. Now let's not do anything stupid. We can easily let them back in this game. We can have looked good, got off to the lead, blown the lead. That's entertaining. Forsling was trying to get set free. He's got it behind the net. And he loses it. Seven minutes left in this beautiful period. I have a feeling Toronto's going to get one more. They're definitely picking it up. Here comes Toronto, I think, on a 4-on-2. No, we're back. We got back. Oh, he missed the shot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's nice. Who was that? Was that Hinostroza that tried to take off with the puck and lost it? I think so. Okay, that's nice. Oh, was Cunnin? Okay. Yeah, Nylander remembered he's good. So are they gonna get this thinking tied up now? Just we can't have overtime, right? Like they wouldn't put us through overtime. Uh-oh, here we go. Okay, good. We got it back out. Hey, that's a trip. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's not a trip. Okay. It's offsides, but it's not a trip. Okay. That's nice. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of looked like a trip to me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're gonna blow it. Right? Yeah. I kind of thought it was, I don't know how. All right. Okay. Hey Trey, how you doing, bud? Oh, the Devils beat the Wings. Are the Wings out of a playoff spot? I think that I think that does it. Wings have 91 points. I don't know. If the game is over. It is over. So I think once the standings update, yes. I think that'll put the Wings out of it. I think that's correct. Yeah. Wings got eliminated. Yeah. Trey, the Marlins stink again. Oh, well, it was a fun 2 weeks, right? Yeah, from second place in the Atlantic to out of the playoffs. Yep. What an abomination. Oh boy, Tarasov, Jesus. He's so bad handling the puck. We got lucky there. Boy, somebody just got knocked on their ass. Greer. Here we go. Samo. Takes it all the way. Oh, boy. Forsling shot. Blocked away. Foot's got it back. Lusterina misses a shot. Kind of like Lusterinen being forced to play some offense because there's nobody else in the lineup. Oh, here we go. Toronto's got zone time. And they just carried it out on their own. What an idiot. This guy Nylander, is he any good? So I'm sitting here and I just heard a door close inside the house. I just heard a door close inside the house. I'm by myself. Like I even felt the little shake of the door closing. I'm by myself. Not much wind. I don't know. I mean, there's no windows open or anything like that. No word on Chucky and the baby, Susie. No word so far. That I feel any sudden temperature changes. No, but hold on a second. I got my headphones on here in the game. Now I really... I'm going to leave my headphones off for a minute. I've been listening to the game, but I'm going to leave those off for a second. That's a little funky. It's a little funky in here right now. Okay. That's nice. No, Kachuk will come back and play at least one of the last two games. They'll probably play the last game, I would assume, for the home fans. Home invasion. No, Leia's pretty good. Now, if she hears a noise and we're sitting there with her, she'll just start. She'll look. She'll be looking, but yeah, that's how horror movies start. Yeah. It's a good point. Well, if I hear any other noises, I guess we'll if we hear any other noises, I'll switch the stream to my phone and we'll do a walkabout. But we'll get Lele first. I need protection. All right, so 2:36 left. Florida's trying to blow it. Come on, what are we waiting for? Drop the damn puck, guys. Let's go. It's just taking forever. It's okay. Go do a perimeter check. Yeah, we got 2 minutes left. I mean, I know it. I don't think it's an actual human. We always have a lot of activity in this house. It's an old house. There's at least that 2 people that I know of, the elderly couple that lived here before, that died in the house. So we get all sorts of noises all the time. All the dogs have died in the house. All the dogs died in the downstairs room where we stream, where Colin and I stream. All 3 died in that same room. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Oh, what a terrible giveaway by Toronto. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, damn it. Hinostroza, you suck. Oh, well. Whew, there's a save by Tarasov, and it's out of play. $1:39 left. Just please don't let us go to overtime. Susie, I don't think so. Nobody in the Pacific would even be in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, Edmonton, nobody is clinched. Anybody could still be out. The Spirits can run the stream. Yeah. Yeah, let them do some work. There's Alsher blocking a shot. Jeez. All right. So many stoppages of play in this game. $1:20 left. Toronto wins the draw again. I wonder if we're fixing to give one up here. Nope. Good job by Schwint and Alsher to get it out. No icing. Skoog works it to Boquist. Sabrango comes in, takes it behind the net. Out to Boquist, shot. Saved by Wall. 52.3 seconds left. Come on, guys. Let's finish this period. This is got to get off the ice with the lead. Otherwise, if we win this game, see, a lead is losing. If they tie us, it's still tied. But if they tie us and then they could beat us, it's the best of both worlds. Here comes Toronto, but we're back. Here we go. Oh, drop pass stolen by Skog, whatever the hell his name is. I'm hoping the Flyers clinch because we want Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh. All right, 24 seconds left in the period. Toronto trying to clear. They finally do. And that should do it. Okay, that's going to do it. Okay. So, since Kyle's not here and JC could not be with us today, we watched. I played something for you on the first intermission, and I've got something else for you here for the second intermission while I go do the recap and stuff. So let me get this over here. And we'll get ahead. Is that it? I think this should be it. But there's no room for error. If you blow this lead and you go down 3-0, it's crickets. That said, it was 3-1 Toronto, and they had in the palm of their hand right there, they could have just squeezed it, right? One more goal might just squeeze us completely out. So, good hockey game, beautiful hockey game. I don't know who's going to win this game. I don't know who's winning this series, but Toronto's a good hockey team. Not even going to lie. They've got the speed. They've got the depth. This is not the same Leafs, regardless of what happens in this series. That said, is it still the champs? This period is going to tell us a lot. We'll see how it goes.
We are going to overtime.
Well, oh boy, this is too stressful. We left our room, or we left ourselves no room for error here. So it is the season is in overtime. Even though it's not game 7, let's be honest here, right? So we basically held the lead, with the exception of Bob saves it and knocks the puck out, and it goes right off Seth Jones, who's standing there, and in the net. And that's the goal that ties the game. And we just couldn't get one. We couldn't get the insurance goal. We had a dozen chances to get the insurance goal. We just couldn't. So all I can say is that this whole thing started with Verhaeghe in overtime. That's all I'm going to say. Panthers, what do you got left in you? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hurts. That's 1. All that for 1. But boy, was that a big one. That was a big one. That's what she said. Holy crap. Wow. Brad Marchand's the best player on the Florida Panthers right now. Prove me wrong. Holy crap. Whew. That overtime was intense. And finally, Bubba finally earned himself some head scratches in this series. Right, Bubba? Good job, buddy. Good job. He made a few saves in overtime. That is the only reason we ain't down 3-0 right now. Woo! And right now, still champs. Now, I don't want to celebrate too much, but it's not about celebrating the one win. It's about celebrating not being down 3-0, right? Let's just be honest right there, okay? We were down 3-1 in this game, and the series is now 2-1, and maybe we got some juju out of that. So, what did we see on that ice? Well, we're not going to talk about the first period. We're not going to talk about the first period at all. We're not even going to mention that it ever happened. Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe. Barkov and Verhaeghe definitely looking a little bit more like themselves tonight. Reinhart was a little bit more active, fighting for pucks. Not like 57-goal Reinhart level, but we'll take it. Now, Tkachuk, I don't know. Maybe he listens to the show and he heard me call him a liability because he played really well out there tonight. He's still a defensive liability. And whatever injury he has, he's certainly, I don't know how he's skating, but he was way better tonight than he's been at any point in this series. So I'm happy about that. Bennett is Bennett. Rodriguez is due. I won't criticize him. Let's just say he's due, right? I know all the gripes to not have Samoskevich on the ice. We won the game. The third line is our first line.
Right now, Lundell, Lusterine, and the Marchand are just eating out there. It's unbelievable. Brad, you have to re-sign Brad Marchand, Bill. Please. The man needs to stay. Can you imagine a full year of that? Oh, my God. And then I don't want to ever see the other fourth line again. I don't want to see it. Nosek with Greer and Gadjevich, and that's it. There's no discussion to be had. Okay? It's not even close. It's just not even close. Nosek gets the goal. Greer and Gadjevich were active all night long. Beautiful. Beautiful. I know there's going to be a lot of people in the chat tomorrow at noon that are really happy that Gadjevich got on the ice. What a show. Then you got Forsling and Ekblad. The perfect thing about Ekblad is since he's come back, he's been invisible. I haven't even seen him on the ice. Perfect. Okay? Jones, unfortunately, wasn't really his fault that the puck goes off of him and, gets the tie game there. So Jones he didn't fall down as much. We'll put it that way. Kulikov looked better. Schmidt looked better. Mikula didn't do anything stupid. The only one teasing doing something stupid was Tkachuk. He got the one roughing penalty, but after the whistle, he's really getting into things, and I just wish he would just shut up. Just stop, Chucky. You're not going to intimidate the Leafs into doing stupid things right now. The only thing you're going to do is every once in a while get the referee pissed off, and he's going to give you 2 minutes. So just the whistle blows, let's go back to the bench. You need to rest your nuts anyway. Holy crap. And then, of course, Bubba kept this. Bubba. So, where are we in this series? Well, let's look at this from two separate perspectives. You're the Florida Panthers. You've been to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals, right? You're down 2-0 in this series. And really, the fan base, for the most part, is kind of sitting back and like, we're the champs. It's cool, man. I ain't got no anger. We're cool, right? The fan base, for the most part, has been, you know what? We're damn lucky to even be in the conversation for 3 finals in a row. Team hadn't looked all that great until about halfway through this second period, where all of a sudden Paul Maurice realized, I wonder if we keep 2 defensemen back, that'll stop the breakaways. And suddenly it did. Now, they did get one more here in overtime, but Bubba made the save. And that's because if you have a breakaway once every 2 or 3 periods, that's normal, not 2 or 3 per period. So if you're Florida right now, I don't know how much gas they have left in the tank, but we have a chance to tie the series at 2 on Sunday. And the flip side to that is you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. You have a history of, I wouldn't say blowing series, but I would say blowing series. It's 2-0, you're up 2-0, and you're beating the champs at home 3-1. Toronto had a 3-1 lead in this game, and the one was basically an own goal, right? So at that point, you got to be feeling like, I'm sure Toronto fans were feeling like, this is over. This is toast. Get the brooms. This is going our way. And then it wasn't. We got 2-3 goals in just the space of a few minutes. And then the only reason it went to overtime is because we got our own goal. But after that 3rd goal, we basically shut them down. Now, how much is that is us being desperate to win versus we maybe kind of figured out a little bit of how to play against Toronto? I don't know. It's a little bit of both there, right? I mean, we beat the crap out of Edmonton for 3 games, and then they figured something out. They beat the crap out of us, and we couldn't stop them. But then in Game 7, we figured out put two defensemen back, and lo and behold, 2-1, and we won the cup. So we'll have to see if this holds. If Maurice just says, let's play a little bit more conservative on defense, which is what we've been asking for. The educated fans in this fan base have been saying, just stop the defensive pinching, and we should be okay, which is what we finally did tonight. Finally. So overall, I don't think anybody had to go to the locker room and come back. Trying to see if I can remember somebody. Yeah, Nosek dove into the net and he was going to go to the locker room, and then he said, F it, I'm not giving my job back to Sturm, and he stayed. And that 4th line, I don't even want to hear it. Unless somebody gets hurt, I don't want to see any changes to this lineup. This is the lineup. As much as I'd like to have Samoskevich on the ice, okay, if you're going to keep Boquist off the ice and Samoskevich, fine. Let them rest in case, they need fresh legs if somebody gets dinged. I don't want to see any changes. This is it. It'd be nice if Rodriguez could contribute something, an assist here or there, but okay, so we're good. So now Sunday comes, and this is where you've got the Panthers' experience versus the Leafs' demons. That's what we've got on Sunday. Now, Florida got down 2-0 to Vegas. They scratched and clawed their way to getting it to 2-1, and then we just didn't have the gas in Game 4. Vegas got us there, and then they finished us off in Game 5. So we have the experience of that happening. Flip side is Toronto. Obviously, I'm not going to go down the list. They've had their troubles closing out series, right? So Game 4 is basically the experience of what's left in Florida's gas tank. How much hockey are we going to get out of just that experience? You follow what I'm saying? What kind of results are we going to get out of that? And the flip side to that is with Toronto, it's like, are they going to start feeling it? I don't really think that they would feel it because I think most Toronto fans and the team, if you would have told them at the beginning of the series it'd be 2-2, I think they would have jumped for joy and taken it, right? So I don't really feel like it should be all that much pressure. The question is going to be, you want to make sure if you're Florida, don't as fans, we can jump and yell and scream. And I was happy. It was fun to see Marchand jumping up and down, right? I mean, you want to talk about a trade deadline acquisition that is paying off dividends. This series is already over without Brad Marchand on the ice right now. Let's just not even have that discussion, okay? Without Marchand running that third line, this series is already over. What's going to happen the rest of the way, you don't know. Series, they add the ebbs and flows, right? Okay, Panthers almost got reverse swept, but the difference between getting reverse swept and not is champs. It's a fine line in the playoffs. So I don't necessarily feel like – I don't think Toronto would start hearing those footsteps or those ghosts unless Panthers get up 3-2. I think at that point, some of those demons might come into play. But I think Toronto, this is a different team. It's a good team. They really are. If you started it off from Game 1 of a regular season and everybody was fresh and everybody was rested, and everybody is healthy, well, I want to say Toronto's better. They might have more skill. They might have, if you went down all the way through the lineup, you might be able to say they've got some better personnel, but experience does matter. Experience does matter. I think that's kind of what helped here, and get Florida, get this victory here. And so that's where we are. We are at 2-1, and considering where we were after those first 2 goals in the first period, I was lifting and I was like, well, let's start writing the eulogy because you could just see what was happening. It was an embarrassing start to this game. Absolutely embarrassing start to this game, but a glorious finish. And we are alive and well because of Brad Marchand. I mean, you can't write that script, okay? You cannot write that script. If somebody would have told us at the beginning of the year we would be scratching and clawing to stay in a series with Toronto and we'd need a game-winning goal in overtime from Brad Marchand, yeah, okay. Yeah, smoke another one, Jaws. Right, okay, sure. So, all right. Tomorrow Saturday. We'll still be live at noon tomorrow for your viewing pleasure. We're going to do one game tomorrow night. I guess it's Caps Kings. I don't know. We'll figure out how that's going to go. I have Donna here on the weekends and everything, so I like to try to spend some time with her before she has to go back home on Sunday to go to work. So we'll leave that. We'll see. But we're definitely going to do the one game tomorrow. And then Sunday, obviously, Panthers again. And then we'll see with the schedule if we're going to maybe do a second game after the Panther game, if I can figure out a way to be able to do a second game while still getting the recap up. So we'll work with that. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us in the streams. Love all the super chats. Genuinely appreciate it all. All right. We're still alive. We're still champs. Still alive. Sunday. Let's get this sucker even.
Okay. Good stuff. There you go. Hope you enjoyed your intermission. All right, let me put this over here so I can hear the game again. Did not see any ghosts while I was out there, so it's a good start. Okay. Yes, I'm hoping the Flyers win. Pittsburgh versus Philly would be perfect. Skog or Samo empty net goal. Die Hard. I feel for you. Eiserman's got to be on his way out. Got to be. Okay, let's go. Haven't heard from Kyle since this morning. He's going to be exhausted again when he gets home. That's for sure. The Wings somehow got ruined by realignment. Yeah. Yeah, Darth. I don't know that I'll be rooting for the Flyers because I kind of would like to see Crosby win, but I'm definitely rooting for 7 games. That would be nice. Okay. Yeah, and the Caps too. So you've got the Flyers at 92, the Caps at 91, the Isles at 91, the Jackets at 90, and right now the Jackets are beating the Canadians 4-1, and the Flyers are beating the Jets 5-1. Okay, then. Very interesting. And the Kraken are winning. Okay, let's go. You're chilling not in enjoyment knowing we don't have to play. Oh, yeah, you might have to play them. It's a good chance that you will. I was still hoping for Edmonton versus Vegas in the first round, though. All right, so we'll see which version of the Leafs shows up here for this third period. We know what we're going to get with the Panthers. Boy, there's a big shot misses wide, rebound. Panthers are fighting and clawing. Hey, Patel. I don't get it. Why doesn't Toronto play their best so Boston gets a lower pick? Because their pick is top 5 protected. So if they end up in the top 5, they get to keep their own pick the same way with the Panthers. Yeah, there you go, Patel. The Caps' last game is against the Jackets. That could have some implications. Yeah, no, Detroit's choked. They got eliminated. They're done. That is what they do. Yeah, year after year after year. Oh. Nice save by Wall. Oh, that was Ludwig. Burned Oil says the Leafs are absolutely tying this game with the net empty. Oh, God. No, Devils, you just never know with those things. You never know. Sometimes you think a guy's going to get fired and he hangs around and over and over and over again. And then some guys, I mean, look at what happened with Buffalo. As soon as they fired a GM, they got good. Yeah, Barman, that's what we're hoping for. I don't know why we're trying so hard, but we do know why. Because 80 to 90% of the guys out there are playing for a contract somewhere next year. Is the season over? Canucks keep losing. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Yeah, Colin, I've seen those rumors. I mean, eventually it's going to happen, right? The Oilers clinched their playoff spot before the game is over. Well, there goes that hope then. For a while there, before the Ducks choked it up, I thought we might get Edmonton versus Vegas in the first round, but not likely. Unfortunately, German Collect, the Panthers are going to win the draft lottery. So we'll give you second place. That's the interesting part. Sam Oskevich! Hey, Mackie, look at that. Good job. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, Samuel's still hot as the sun. Yep. I guess we're going to be getting 2 points. Hot dog. Yeah, Kopitar and the Kings fans. Hey, if they make the playoffs, he still gets some more, right? He still will get some more playing time. Yeah, true. 6 more periods left of this nightmare. That's for sure. 6-1 Flyers. Good stuff. All right. Monday night is fan appreciation night. Very nice. What are the other scores? The Kraken winning now. That might help us. Well, the Flames losing too. Knights are beating Colorado, and then later on Canucks and Sharks. And San Jose has kind of blown it. So, barring something ridiculous here, we're going to win this stinking game. Yeah, the Kraken collapsed, that's for sure. But I don't think they were expected to be, that much better than they are. Yeah, Dana, I know it's a little bit. I do wonder if maybe they already had the baby and they just want like a week's worth of privacy or something. Exactly, hot dog. Oh my goodness. Damn, Tarasov. Good grief. Nice save. Some weeks he's so good, and other weeks not so much. Yeah, the Mammoth clinched. Good job, guys. We'll see if you guys can actually. Not sure who. Do we know who Mammoth are going to play yet? I think it might be the Kings, Tony. Let me see here. The Kings pretty much have the wild card, that second wild card spot. The Preds are 3 points back. I think the Kings have done it. They won 4 in a row at the right time. Craig, yeah, Bob and Tarasoff are both better with a healthy lineup in front of them. That's for sure. That's very true. Yeah, I would suspect Oilers Kings. Yeah. All right, 13:39 left in this abomination. It's actually not been that bad of a game. I just can't believe the Leaf starters are just playing so poorly together. Toronto's only got 15 shots. It feels like they've had more shots. They cannot control the puck, and it's out. You'd rather see Canadians and Avs. Yeah, the Leaf starters had no fight. That's one way to put it. I'm surprised they, had this be a national game on Sportsnet anyway. I mean, I know it's the Leafs, and I guess they would have assumed it was going to be, it was going to mean something. $11:42 left. Yeah, Val, no doubt there. He's really played well these last few weeks, except his last game was not a good game. But other than that, he's played pretty well, obviously. Yeah, if it's Tampa Buffalo, that would be a brutal series. Caulfield got 51. Is Mackey a future senator, second line right wing? I see what you did there. It's possible. Now he's an RFA. I just wonder if they were going to move on from him, if he'd be more valuable, with the RFA picks. Greg says Mackey kind of has to play better or he gets replaced by a checker or a high draft pick. Exactly. Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark. Oh. Schmidt lost it. If Toronto could just get 4 quick goals. Mackey has disappointing Leafs trade target written all over him. Tavares couldn't do it. Oh, they just missed the net poorly. And we're going to commercial. Good God Almighty. Yes, Leafs are bad. Leafs are really bad. I think the Blues kind of stuck in that purgatory of not being good enough, but not bad enough either. Hey Trent, it's a win for me for everyone to lose, right? Colin, yeah, that's a good way. He's at 11 goals now. If you count the 2 that got called back for offsides, that's 13. In my mind, he only needs 2 more to tie his total from last year. That might be cheating. Kraken are probably going to win, which means the Leafs will be top 5 and have a better shot of keeping their pick. I know. I mean, we tried. We took Verhaeghe and Bennett off the ice. But we're just trying too good. Yeah, Detroit is in the same boat as St. Louis. Oh, 100%, Colin. Yeah. Oh, here's a break. Whoa! Tarasov stops Tavares. Good stuff. We didn't hear anything why Bennett is out. It could just be rest. $8:45 left. No. Toronto is trying. But at this point, I'm not interested in overtime. Fireborn, yeah. Oh, Cowan moves in. Nope. Toronto has been trying that little play in front of the net all night long and has not connected yet. Well, Bennett is only to 2 more games. There's still too much time just yet. Don't forget how many games the Panthers have blown with a minute left this year. All right, 7-11 left. Hey, Vegas is cutthroat, man. Always have been, always will be. Hey, Frozen. Another save by Tarasov. I don't want to say he's played well tonight. I don't want to say that. $6:55 left. Trey. Hey, Islanders. Oh, come on now. No, that was not Cole Schrindt. That was Boquist. Yeah, exactly, Real. He definitely won't give up 3 more. And that's not even possible. All right, we're closing in here. 5:46 left. Hey, Taunts. Yeah, they've found a way to make it look closer than it is. 'Okay, we're closing in on 5 minutes left. Bull the goalie. Yeah, I agree. We should pull Tarasov. $4:40 left. Yeah, they're gonna win. Maybe not. Taunts. Are we good? We're in pretty good shape, but it's not. We're not clinched yet. We're not clinched yet. I think tonight we could have clinched like 8th, but of course that could still, or 9th. What was that scenario? If the Jets got a point, but they're not getting a point. I mean, the Flyers beat them 7-1. The Jackets won. Kraken are winning. What are we, 78? The Blues. The Kraken winning is going to help because we will remain only 1 point ahead of them. Hot dog, yeah, just one more, right? All right. Oh, it's already 9:30. Usually the game would have been over by now. Oh, the Stars will be fine. All right, so they did empty the net. I was cracking the joke. They emptied the net. Held in. Greer. All right, so let's see if somebody can get their first NHL goal with an empty net. Yeah, at least you can do a non-biased bracket this year, right? Greer. There it is. All right. Wow. How embarrassing for Toronto. Like, just a complete no-show. I don't know how Dangle deals with this. I know I would have been nice. Gotcha, Bow. Yeah. Exactly. If they were all signed, they'd be okay with tanking. Exactly. Yeah. They've I mean, even like Sam Miskevich still needs a contract for next year. Even our draft picks. $3.33 left, and they put Wall back in, so that'll be that. Oh, they emptied the net again. Hopefully, this is our last win of the season, right? Gotta have some self-respect to be embarrassed. All right, can we get one of these kids his first goal? How about Benning? I think Benning's earned it. Benning's not even out there. Oh, here goes Foot. He throws it down the ice and not going to go in. 2:40 left. Come on, get us an NHLer's first goal here. Oh, that's all the way down the ice and just wide. Just wide. Yeah, any new guy goal. Yeah. Yeah, Maurice likes Samo. He says Samo does more than what his stats say. I agree. They They're going to continue to give him a chance. Oh, a Tarasoff goal. Yeah, Kachukin. Yeah, let's get a goalie goal. Oh, off the crossbar and another icing. Come on, Maurice, get some of these kids on the ice. Oh, off the crossbar. That's wild. Here we go. Real. Here we go. And that's Nosek again. Jeez, why we got these guys on the ice? I guess stop taking Wool out at this point. What a sad ending for Toronto. This is, jeez. You lost to the Checkers 6-2. Burned oil. I mean, he almost had him going last year, but he never stood a chance with this team. Hoof-hearted. It's hoof-hearted on the inside, hoof-hearted by a nose. Nice. Yeah, the Simpsons mean he's already dead. Yeah, Colin, pretty close. They're not going to empty the net again, right? Okay. All right, thank God the last minute of this game. Boy, oh boy. All right, don't do anything stupid. Just let it play out. Oh, God, just shoveled wide. I thought Colin had won some stuff. All right, the last 10 seconds. Good grief. Finally, that abomination is over. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. Jeez. And then they're all shaking hands with Wall like he did something. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, he wins everything. Yeah, I know. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Rats in the chat. Real says, damn it. We'll take the 2 points. It's hard to be happy. That's funny. There's a Rob Thomas song called "Hard to Be Happy." That's apropos right now. Like he did something, right? Oh man, what a night, what a situation. So, do I think the Rangers and Wings can beat us? I would love this. Hopefully, to at least the Rangers. Hopefully, at least the Rangers. It's a problem. These kids are playing so well because they're playing full of energy. It's definitely a problem. They don't have the updated standings yet, so yeah, I'm gonna have the playoff brackets set up by Monday. Yeah, no goalie goal for Tarasoff. Yeah, whoever. Yeah, they could have passed it back to him. Well, they're all a bunch of. I mean, Nosik getting it that far out just is what it is. Nothing you could do about it. Unfortunately. Hopefully we don't play like. Hopefully we're done. Like they've got to be smart enough at this point to just. I don't know what Maurice is supposed to do. He took Verhaeghe and Bennett off the ice already for tonight and thought, okay, maybe that'll help us match the lack of effort from Toronto. And it backfired. 3.9 for E2 and Samo. Yep. All right, guys. Oh, any playoff predictions? Well, I'm going to have a couple videos out, Bucks. I'm going to have a couple videos out, so I don't want to give them away just yet. But I am going to have the playoff bracket for you guys set up by Monday. Obviously, we won't know who's in, but you can sign up. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work. But will they lose their pick right now? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We're still in pretty decent shape to keep that pick. Now, if we lose our last two games, it might be a problem. But Toronto clearly was not interested in even pretending like they were going to win this game, like they were even going to try to win this game. So, the Nordique Jersey curse or the Perry curse, which one will win the cup? Good question, Kachukin. Yeah, good question. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to go do the recap before I run out of energy. No noon stream tomorrow. I have to mow my grass, all 3 acres, and then I got to do my taxes tomorrow afternoon. So I just want to wake up and go mow my grass and do my taxes, and that's going to be the last anybody heard. So with the current result, we're still 7th. Okay. So for now, we're good. So no nooner tomorrow, and I'll be back on Monday. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. We're coming to the end here. And don't forget, Wednesday, 10th anniversary stream starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to have guests. We're going to have giveaways. Going to have a lot of good time. So, all right, everybody. Go enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. I will see you Monday at noon.